Yeah. This is as far as the general public is allowed to drive their cars. That is pretty much the way it looked before modern man arrived here. Hi guys, welcome to Denali National Park, home to North America's tallest peak, a 6 million acre wilderness. We drove from Anchorage Airport to Denali after missing our morning flight from Katmai National Park, which meant we didn't arrive in Anchorage until around 8 pm. We finally reached our campground at Riley Creek around 2 am and exhausted just crashed in the car for the night. The next morning, we boarded the green transit bus with our 7 am reservation. In Denali National Park, private vehicles are only allowed up to mile 15, that is Savage River. Beyond that point, it is buses only. There are two types of buses: non-narrated green transit buses or narrated tan buses with guided tours. The transit buses are cheaper and the drivers still narrate and try their best to find wildlife. The fall colors and mountain scenery in the Alaskan wilderness were absolutely spectacular. And this parking lot in front of us is as far as the general public is allowed to drive their cars. That is their turnaround spot. Although sometimes that parking lot does get full, they do put some overflow parking on there. Due to a massive landslide at Pretty Rocks, all buses currently turn around at mile 43. Beyond that, the road remains closed until at least 2026, while repairs are in progress. So, is it really worth to visit Denali right now? Well, I'll let you see what do you think.
Hi guys, this is a view from the Denali transit bus. Beautiful fall colors, lovely mountain at the backdrop, snow covered, amazing.
Well, we have one more sign coming up ahead of us. On the left, we can see up ahead a big sign. And this sign that we're coming up to marks. And then came the day's most priceless moment, a sighting of a grizzly bear. He's going to find all of the soap berries that he can find. Eat 'em.
And then he would cross the road, find some other lovely, beautiful honey.
Okay, grizzly bear. Beautiful bear. Yeah.
Hey, bear.
Don't talk to the bear. Be quiet.
Nice looking bear.
Yep.
Nice of you to cooperate.
This was my very first time spotting an inland grizzly bear in the wild. An unforgettable, awe-inspiring experience. Left is the end of the sheep gap. one more sign coming up ahead of us. On the left, you can see up ahead a big sign, kind of. We gradually ventured deeper into the heart of Denali. At last, we arrived at mile 43 East Forks, the point where the road comes to an end. This is where you have the option to hop off or reboard the same bus, and we chose to stay on the same bus and go back. On the way back, we had this splendid sight of ptarmigans. Listen out the window. They still are. There's no telephone poles, there's no wires, there's no fences, no shopping malls. That is pretty much the way it looked before modern man arrived here. Our transit bus tour ran from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., after which we set up our tent and took some time to rest at the campsite. Later in the afternoon, we explored the visitor center before heading out in search of wildlife. And guess what? We were treated to a rare sight, a pair of moose with the male sporting massive antlers trying to woo the female. A proper mating ritual.
So in this beautiful backdrop, we have spotted a moose pair. Let's try to focus on them. You see, that's a female moose right there.
Yeah.
And behind her is the male with the big antlers. Right there.
Doesn't it?
He is.
Well, you can't get it up close behind you. We're not helping.
Never had I seen a moose with such enormous antlers before. Then, from the safety of our car, we watched as more moose crossed the road right in front of us. Next morning, we drove our car to the Savage River trailhead, beyond which private vehicles are not permitted. We sighted this black-billed magpie right beside our car. We set off on the Savage Alpine Trail, a beautiful 4-mile hike that climbs up the mountains from the Savage River area to the mountain vista. Along the way, you're surrounded by towering peaks and open alpine meadows filled with wildflowers. On clear days, you can catch amazing views of Denali rising majestically in the distance. In fact, you can see the peak of Denali right here. We were incredibly fortunate to see Denali. Only 30% of visitors to Denali National Park get to glimpse the mountain. Denali is the tallest peak in North America, standing at roughly 20,000 feet. To put that into perspective, Mount Everest, the world's highest mountain, reaches roughly 29,000 feet. While Everest's base camp is situated at a higher elevation, Denali's base begins at sea level, making its ascent from base to peak a staggering 20,000 feet. An impressive vertical rise indeed. The hike was incredibly rewarding, offering magnificent views of snow capped mountains, winding rivers, rugged rocks, and vibrant wildflowers. With an elevation gain of about 1400 feet over 4 miles, the trail offers a challenging climb rewarded by breathtaking alpine scenery.
Hi guys, we spotted some beautiful ptarmigans bird here. The sound they make was even more amazing. It really surprised us all. Pretty loud. There you see, there is one walking there, another one. What's interesting is they have white feet. The, the skin goes all the way down to their feet. Uh, and they change their color. The skin color they change from brown to white in the fall and winter, so they can camouflage well in the snow. As you can see now also, they blend in pretty well. We don't really hear the cacophony again like we were hearing before. Ptarmigans.
After soaking in the scenery, you can catch the Savage River shuttle to return to your car or the park entrance if you don't have a vehicle. Alternatively, a 2-mile walk along the park road offers a peaceful way back. After the hike, we had lunch inside the park and to our surprise, ran into a couple we had also met in Katmai National Park. In the afternoon, we boarded another transit bus for yet another scenic tour.
And did you know that winters here are rather cool? A hardy few will stay to hang, enjoying the pierce of winter's fang. But most of us don't stick around. Myself, I picture on a beach, turning brown. Do you know where your driver will go at the end of our fantastic wilderness show? Ask them, I implore. To explain to you, it's no chore. They love to talk and to drive. On these two things, their lifeblood thrives. But before you disembark and depart this resilient yet fragile park, be mindful of those who made this happen, keeping all four wheels on the road while you were chatting, or giving you photogs, time for the perfect shot, or telling a tale to thicken the plot. Remember, this experience was due to much of their crafting, not at all like your skiing shuttle or whitewater rafting. So give them some thanks and heap it on by the gob, because remember, at the end of this week, they're out of a job.
And shortly after, we spotted 3 male caribou. That sighting marked our fourth of Denali's famed Big Five. Denali's Big Five includes moose, caribou, Dall sheep, grizzly bear, and wolf.
These fall colors too good. Or too often. For some reason.
Those are three caribou. They're lovely antlers. That's a great.
Definitely not reindeer.
Hi guys. So this is the braided river in the Teklenica area. So I think this is Teklenica river. It's a restroom stop for us if you're on a bus. And yeah, in the last 2 days now we have seen 4 of the big 5 of the Denali National Park. So that includes the grizzly bear, the moose, the caribou, and the Dall sheep. Only thing missing is wolf, which is extremely rare. But what a delightful sight. And it is like this most of the time, overcast here. So I would still consider this as a good day.
Just like last time, we reached East Fork at mile 43, and it was time to turn around. Our driver did his best to help us spot a grizzly bear, but luck wasn't on our side today. He was genuinely apologetic that it didn't happen.
Tell you what, it's looking like clearing skies up in the distance. There might be some northern lights tonight. Be worth setting your alarm clock a few times and sticking your head outside and seeing what's going on.
Next up, we spotted a porcupine, yet another exciting and memorable sighting for me.
Guys, we just spotted a porcupine. Wow.
That's about as fast as she goes right there.
Pretty one. Never seen a porcupine like.
You ever seen one?
Yeah.
Oh, they're pretty cool. He said, yeah.
Come back with some regrets.
Now do they throw their quills? Question trivia. I would think so. Do they? Throw their quills. Do they throw their quills or not? Trivia question.
They
don't? I thought they did.
They let us like you've got to touch them to get them really wet. Yeah.
That was a myth.
After the bus ride, we enjoyed a delicious dinner in a cozy little restaurant. Following our bus driver's advice, I woke up in the middle of the night to check for the northern lights. You could definitely see a faint hint of the aurora shimmering among the stars, though it was still partially obscured by clouds. On our third and last morning in Denali, we made our way to the ranger-led sled dog demonstration, an unforgettable finale to our visit.
So we are here at the sled dog demonstration. It's our park ranger. A lot of dogs. There they come. It's a puppy.
That's so fun.
Number of dogs in between before we get to the back, depending on how heavy of a load we're going to be pulling with our sled. And then in the back, we have a wheel dog. We can have 1 or 2 dogs back there to really help maneuver our cart around. Historically, that was where we put our bigger dogs to help get the load moving. But all of our dogs rotate through these different positions to be able to do their job and work really well as a team. And so they've done a fantastic job for you today, and I think it's time, before I release you, we will send them home. Oh. First, we're going to say goodbye to Matrix. Matrix was named by our administration team here after all the spreadsheets and matrices they use. We'll send Gladys home next. Everyone give a round of applause to Gladys. Gladys was part of our Alaska youth litter, so she was named by local students in one of our local schools after the first teacher at their school, who was named Gladys. Wow, Theron really dug himself into a hole here. As you may have noticed, Theron loves attention, which is not hard to give. He's the biggest dog in our yard. He weighs 106 pounds. Everyone, say goodbye to Theron.
We were allowed to pet these wonderful sturdy dogs in their kennels, true athletes who work hard alongside the rangers, helping patrol the park in winter conditions where no vehicles can go. Their strength, endurance, and loyalty are essential to Denali's wilderness operations. And that wraps up our incredible journey through Denali and this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to check out some other adventures right here.